I had to be mean to Kristen Bell.
I can imagine.
It's really hard to do.
Kristen here, and today we're chatting with the stars of Netflix's The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window. Enjoy our conversation. I'd love to go around and just talk a little bit about each of your characters and what you can kind of tease for viewers going into the show.
I play Detective Lane. I am not the woman in the house or the girl across the street, but I try to help find out what's going on.
I play Sloan. I play Anna's best friend, local art gallery owner, all around great gal. I play definitely a grounding presence in Anna's life. I sort of come in and support her when possible and as I can as she tries to figure out her life and goes about this next crazy chapter.
I play Lisa, who is Anna's new neighbor. She is Neil's girlfriend, and maybe Anna doesn't like to learn that Neil has a girlfriend. So there's a bit of a rivalry there. But in Lisa's defense, she was there first. Anna's trying to creep in, and we'll see if Lisa has another side to her that we learn about.
What was the most fun or even more challenging moments to film on set?
For me, for sure, it was the lie detector scene where I have to work with another character and bring them in and ask them questions about their involvement. And it's just keeping a straight face while you kind of ask this person crazy questions, trying to get down to the bottom of the mystery. And it's I was crying laughing during it. Every time we broke, every scene, every take, I just broke into pieces laughing.
The first thing that comes to mind is just the dynamic between Anna and Lisa that I got to play. Anything at the house, the Real Housewives dynamic of the smile through the argument, or just that fun dynamic, and we really played into that, and I think we had too much fun in that space.
I just really getting to play Kristen Bell's best friend it's a real dream.
Yeah.
We've all gotten to do scenes with her in this show, and she is just so amazing and such a supportive scene partner, such a professional. She's so smart, and her performance is just glorious in this. So I just had so much fun playing a character who had such a familiar relationship with Kristen's character and get to have that kind of rapport and comfort with each other. Every time we had a scene, it was so much fun. I also, as a character and the one who's of all the people in Anna's life, is being playful with her and joking with her and trying to bring some levity and perspective into her life. And so that's also was a really fun function to perform in this story.
I had to be mean to Kristen Bell.
I can imagine.
It's really hard to do.
It's a challenge.
This show really brings such a unique satire to that crime thriller genre. And so I'm curious, what do you hope that people take away from it, and especially how women are portrayed at the center of these types of stories?
What I loved about the trailer coming out was people reaching out to me, where I'm from, going wait, but, oh no, they're oh, I love a horror movie, or I love a thriller. And I'm oh, I don't. It's a dark comedy, but you know what? Forget it. We'll learn that. It's such a unique tone, but with Michael, Hugh, and Larry, and then Michael Lehman, it's unique. And I personally haven't seen anything like it. So I kind of like being a part of projects where you're what is that? I mean, look at the title, it's so fun. And it'll be fun to see everybody's reactions to it, because I don't think people really understand what they're getting themselves into. And that is exciting for me.
This is a genre that there have been many women authors and writers writing these stories that are centered around women, which I think is part of the reason why they are so popular, is that it really does show these women characters in many complicated and layered ways that I think is very refreshing. And I think it's definitely a lot of fun to play. I think getting to play within a satire of a genre that already does a deep dive into the psychology of women and how they grapple with grief and self-doubt. And I think getting to like jump into that world and then also have this added layer to it of the absurdity of it. It's just, it really plays to the top of the intelligence of the audience and to all of us as actors and creators. And that's just so fun to be a part of.
I feel I must ask you, Shelley, recently Teen Wolf celebrated 10 years. The movie coming out, like, what is it like to have that fan base that's still so dedicated and like ready for more?
They're wild. They're so fun. I had no idea what I was getting myself into with that show, and it was the best gift of my life.
Consider subscribing if you like my videos, and if you want to talk more TV and movies with me outside of the comments section, check out the exclusive Discord available on my Patreon at patreon.com/kmaldo. If you like this one, you can check out more of my videos right over here. See ya!